So President Biden can count not only on the border possibly being helped and the media telling that story, plus abortion, and the incontrovertible truth of politics. Never underestimate Republicans' ability to screw things up. The impeachment of DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is a mess. Their promised investigation of Joe Biden and impeachment is a disaster. Once again, Republicans are likely to go through a brutal House Speaker fight because of self-inflicted wounds. And they're going to get embarrassed on funding for Ukraine and Israel. Erik Erickson is here, host of the Erik Erickson Show, author of the best political newsletter in the conservative world. Show notes, I would suggest all subscribe. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, you might say, how was the play? There's a Friday press conference now planned for the former president and the Speaker of the House on election integrity. So I guess relitigating 2020, we'll have to see if that works, what, a ninth time and fails?
Right. I'm not exactly sure what the GOP intends to do. They have a real problem on abortion, to your point. And you know, the guy who figured it out for him is Glenn Youngkin in Virginia. The Republicans in Virginia all got on the same page, 15-week ban, exceptions for rape, life of the mother, incest, and it neutralized the Democrats on the issue. Now, they still lost in Virginia, and so people have kind of overlooked it. But it actually neutralized that issue in Virginia. It turned out a majority of Virginia voters supported 15-week ban with exceptions, and it completely knocked out the Democrats on their ability to do that. The thing that helped the Democrats in Virginia was Republicans didn't show up for early voting. Had the Republicans actually showed up for early voting, they would have held the House and probably taken the Virginia Senate. So there is a path. The GOP has one. It's just hurting the cats to get there. And part of the problem, frankly, is as a pro-lifer who's friends with a lot of the pro-life movement, for years the message was Roe v. Wade should have never happened. This should be a state-level issue. So the Supreme Court says, okay, and now they're like, whoa, it shouldn't be a state-level issue. We should have a federal uniform law. It kind of has muddied the water on the right, and no one's leading on the issue.
Look, and you made a point in Virginia where you said Republicans figured it out. They still lost, right? Glenn Youngkin didn't get the state legislatures that he wanted. What I can't figure out, Eric, look, you're a political consultant, okay? Why can Republicans not figure out messaging? Forget abortion. Okay, Democrats don't like talking about immigration. They don't talk about it. Why can't Republicans, and I'll maybe asking this, what should Republicans be talking about? How should they figure out how to talk about inflation?
Yeah, that's it. Inflation and crime should be the only things the GOP talks about. You've got the economy, people falling behind. You had Janet Yellen just the other day saying actually more Americans are benefiting. Then the inflation numbers come out, and it turns out inflation's going back up. You may not get the interest rate cut. You may get an interest rate increase. This is Bidenomics, Joe Biden's economy. Yes, the GOP should be focusing on those things. The problem is when you're led by someone who has no impulse control, it trickles down to everyone else. Why come up with a message when Donald Trump's just going to blow it up so no one even tries?
Okay, so even still, though, why don't Republicans and why don't they at least try to become more disciplined on the issue of talking about things that voters actually care about rather than among their press conferences? And this is Mike Johnson's choice, right? Election integrity.
In large part, I think we're going to see the winners and losers separate later this year over that issue. You'll see very disciplined Republican candidates win seats that do focus on the economy and crime, and you'll see less disciplined Republicans lose because they can't come up with a comprehensive message. It is still early. The thinking from a lot of consultants on the Republican and the Democratic side is no one's really paying attention. They're only just starting to. We're about to get into summer vacation. We've got time. The problem is people have so many things to pay attention to. These little nuggets do begin to set in as earworms, and people have a hard time getting past them. So they need a comprehensive message now. But when you have a two-seat majority in the House, the former president's distracted by indictments, there's no leader anyone trusts, everything goes awry.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.